What's up everybody, Matt here from EmpireLUG, and I'm super excited to bring you guys our entire booth tour for Brickworld Chicago 2022. Now this year actually makes history for us as a LUG. It is the biggest display not only in LUG history, but I want to say it's one of, if not the single biggest group layout that we've had at this convention so far this year, which is pretty exciting. So there's a lot of stuff I want to get into. Make sure you guys subscribe down below and make sure you drop a like as well. Let us know down below in the comments what your favorite part of it is. But first, before we get on into some of the more Star Wars stuff, we're actually going to be taking a look at what's called SPS, or Special Project Support. It's a really cool, unique program that is offered exclusively to LAN RLOCs, which is what EmpireLUG is. So I'm going to toss it over to my friend Matt, who also has a pretty cool name, and he's going to talk a little bit about that.
All right, hey guys, and welcome to the EmpireLUG train layout, right? Check it out. So, first thing you're probably asking is, EmpireLUG is a Star Wars builder group. Why the heck did we build a train layout? Well, the answer to that is a little complicated, but this layout was actually created with support from the LEGO Ambassador Network, who generously agreed to partner with us. However, one of the conditions for partnering us was that the layout itself had to be something that was not based on intellectual property, because they can't just go out and get permission for licenses willy-nilly like that. So we decided to do something neutral, and a city/train layout was it, because the thing with train layouts is that you can pretty much put a track in front of anything and it'll look pretty cool. So we've got everything here from, skyscrapers, we've got a train yard, we've got Bryant-Denny Stadium from the University of Alabama, we've got a cyberpunk city over there, oil refinery, all kinds of stuff. So we can start right over here at the rail yard. This is, just a sampling of my Lego train collection. I offered up the trains because this is something I do in addition to stop motion animation. And as you can see over here, we have our very own LUG boxcar. We actually built a whole bunch of these and swapped them with other LUGs. It's a nice little community exchange, and it helps get everybody's name out there and build community. So, and as you can see also, you check out over there, we have a little find and seek game set up on here. As you can, Captain America's chilling out in the feed mill over there. We've got other stuff here and there you can see. Tigger's chilling out over there on the SD-70. And then moving right along here, we have Josh. He built these awesome skyscrapers. He said he was inspired by SimCity, actually. Yep, building 7614B. Don't know what that is, but looks cool. And then moving right along, we have Anthony, aka Brick Productions. He is a work in progress here on a replica of Bryant-Denny Stadium. And it is about technically half of minifigure scale, so not quite fully, but we've got a whole bunch of figures, some of which you may recognize. There's some sig figs in here maybe, but yeah, all chilling out in the stadium. I think collectively he said it could fit like 5,000 minifigures, because I think the seating for Bryant-Denny is like 10 times that much. And then moving right along here, we have Ben, I believe that's Imperial Brick Productions, can't quite remember his name, but he built this awesome Octane oil refinery. It is a throwback to the old Octane petroleum company brand. It's got all kinds of branding over there. Got some tank cars getting loaded up to ship out. Could use some better gas prices right now, that'd be great. Then moving on here, we actually have a bit of a collaboration between Andrew and Lee, who actually built this cyberpunk city. These two really awesome buildings were built by Andrew, and Lee took care of the really cool overpass right here. Nothing says grungy industrial city like an overpass. And then moving along right here, this is Gavin's. He decided to build a medieval samurai castle. And actually we've got kind of two sides of the medieval world represented here. So right here you can see the samurai duking it out with each other. Got these gorgeous fall colored trees. That was kind of a theme we went with. Everything is kind of set in early fall. And then moving along here you can see Nolan's awesome castle. So we've got kind of the European side of the continent, or the globe, represented. Well-defended fort, if I do say so. And then moving into here, this was kind of a collaboration between Nolan and Quinlan. This is Quinlan's medieval village, And my gosh, are these buildings gorgeous. Check out the roof on that one there. Shovels. And we'll keep going. Some awesome, awesome terrain work by Quinlan here. Tunnel, very cool. Love the nougat and dark tan rock work. Quinlan also took care of making this bridge. He tested it with all of his school textbooks and didn't break, so we knew it would work. Gotta bridge that gap. Moving on here, this is Max Engage's western scene, and as you can see here, we got an awesome little station, little EmpireLUG logo there. And over here, we've got a shootout going on between two rival outlaw gangs. One of them seems to have recruited a monkey. Over there, some Civil War troops. And then over here, this is funny. So we've got the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon, because does this whole thing not look just like Matt TheBrickWiz here's Kessel mock? All same color palette and everything, plus some cacti. Moving on here, we've got a little cabin in the woods scene. This was also done by Josh. I think he said he was inspired by the show Gravity Falls. Very Pacific Northwest scenery here. Propane tank. Little pasture. And then last, but certainly not least, we have the big River Canyon scene built by yours truly. And this was a massive, massive undertaking. Somehow I got this done in 6 months. Don't know how I did it, but it's been the talk of the town around here, and I am very proud. Everybody wants to take the photos and videos of their trains here, and I couldn't be happier to let them, because it is a thing of beauty. I wish I could tell you how many leaves and foliage elements went into this, but I lost count. All right, so that's going to do it for the tour of our special project support train layout. We'd like to thank the LEGO Ambassador Network for working for us. Thank you for trusting us with this massive undertaking. We're happy that we could perform, and we hope you like it. And now I'm going to toss it back to Matt. He's going to show you the rest of the EmpireLUG display, because there's some awesome stuff over there.
All right, so Matt just wrapped that up. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Trains are so unique and different to EmpireLUG, so we hope you guys enjoyed. But for now, we're going to be getting on into what we are known for, which is Star Wars. So we're going to start off with the front of the table here. There's a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to try and make sure everyone's name is included as best as I possibly can. So the first one here we're starting off with is from Gage. It's the Imperial Refinery on Mercana. Some beautiful details, lots of cool colors. You have some in the nougat and the dark orange and a little bit of a lighter texture green, as well as a beautiful gray landscape utilizing a lot of sand blue and some really cool figures. I want to say those are CAC helmets. And then I believe those are also arm printing. I want to say it's Firestar too. So lots of cool stuff there. And off to the left, there is the custom Imperial gunship. I want to say that is the version on Brickworld. So Gage did a really cool job recreating a nice little scene and, kind of getting us on a good start for today. Moving to the right here, we have a creation by Lee or Brickbuilder Studios. He built this massive minifigure scale Bad Batch Marauder set. This is absolutely fantastic. I believe he also is working on instructions, so you guys can stay tuned on his social medias for that. Beautiful details, lots of sleek black designs, lots of neutral colors, and then there's also a pretty cool Padme sticker on the right-hand side of the shuttle here that you guys can see as well. So that's a fantastic build. You guys, if you've seen our tour for Brick Fair last year, this will be pretty familiar to you guys, but that's a great model for us here. Up to the next here, we have the infamous Brick Vault designer. We got David Buchholz, who's designed some pretty amazing vehicles. He's a member of EmpireLUG and also for Brick Vault. This is his custom gunship. It's absolutely phenomenal. I've been a huge fan of David pretty much ever since he's been doing things in the community, and his gunship is just a testament to how great he does when it comes to designing and everything like that. So he did a great job with that gunship, phenomenal builds. And on the right here, we do have his ATTE and Republic dropship. This thing came out phenomenal. I do have the ATTE myself, and I've been kind of eyeballing this dropship for a little bit, so I'm hoping I can get my hands on that. But he actually flew all the way over from Europe, as is a lot of the displayers here at EmpireLUG this year. So this was a phenomenal build, and I'm so happy I was able to get to David. Moving right here, this is actually personally one of my favorite mocks here. This is from Quinlan. Quinlan goes above and beyond all the time. His @ is Loose Bricks, and he built this huge minifigure scale Jedi Fallen Order mission. If you played the game, there's a mission where you hijack an AT-AT and you walk up to Kashyyyk, and there's tons of fun details. So Quinlan uses a custom Cal Kestis minifigure with some Scout Troopers, and he's also using the LEGO UCS AT-AT set with a huge Kashyyyk tree. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. It's lots of beautiful colors, lots of light brown, lots of dark brown, lots of amazing green colors, and just a really cool beach, obviously, to sort of finish everything up. And you can see towards the back end of the MOC, you have the Rebels and the Stormtroopers sort of fighting their way through all the lines. So it's some beautiful shoreline technique and work and lots of dark tan colors on Kashyyyk as well. So Quinlan did an absolutely fantastic job with a custom Imperial, troop transport, which looks fantastic. So awesome job to Quinlan. Moving to the right here, we're continuing our theme of just absolutely amazing large Star Wars layouts. This is the Battle of Munolence. Now, if you guys are OG Clone Wars people, you'll know exactly what this is from. Lots of cool details, lots of amazing speeders and architecture. On the left side of the MOC, obviously you have good guys versus bad guys. I think these are probably at least 24 of these speeders, which are custom made, and they're absolutely fantastic. As you move towards the right of the MOC with tons of cool architecture, Munolence is a very unique planet. It's got lots of grays, obviously, which is pretty custom in Star Wars, but then you also have lots of sand green, and I think he did a fantastic job working in some of these details. You can see some of the buildings have some caved-in roofs and other cool battle-worn details with some nice color and detail. And then, of course, you have the big main turret here right as the centerpiece, which came together so well. So this is definitely one of the best displays we have here so far. Gavin always goes above and beyond for us, so a huge shout out to Gavin. I believe his ad is Lego Gavin, I want to say, something like that, so definitely make sure you check that out. Now the next one here is no mock card. I'm going to loop these in together. This is actually a little bit of a break from our Star Wars traditions here. We got a little bit more of like a pirate vibe. Some of you may know this year's Lego's 90th anniversary. They're bringing back some of the OG themes, so maybe we'll see some of the pirate stuff coming up as well. There is no mock card here, so I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but if you're watching this, let me know down below in the comments so you guys can see that. But some really nice work. It's cool to see that, and then we also have Jack Sparrow here running on the beach with some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, it's always nice to see a little bit of a break here from the Star Wars stuff that we're so used to seeing a lot. And then up here next we have a mock from Forever Lego Studio. This is actually something super unique. He just got here. We're filming this on Friday, but he made a scene. I want to say this is from the third movie, and he has two beautiful ships when they're basically fighting in like this giant whirlpool. So it's so unique and so cool to see for sure. But that is coming together super well. So I'm glad Hunter can make it. It's always great to see him. Nice to see a little bit of a cool change in mock as well. Alrighty, and then as we're moving on here, we got another gunship here. There's no mock card, but I know who this is. This is Rich Boy J, the one and only. He got instructions, so make sure you guys go ask him for instructions if you want to check out this gunship. It's probably one of the best gunships I have ever seen. Right now he has the Episode 2 variant out, so of course he has the ball turrets and other cool stuff like that. I'll never get tired of seeing gunships, especially when they're as beautiful as this. So it's always nice to see a lot of the gunships, here, taking part in the display and everything like that. Alrighty, up next we actually have a pretty cool collaborative display from not only Rich Boy J, but a bunch of other builders, and it pretty much spans this initial aspect all the way around. So this is based off of the Lego Star Wars video game. I'm not gonna give you guys a quick, super big tour on this. I will say Rich Boy J actually just made a video highlighting everything in detail, so make sure you guys go check that out. We'll leave links down below in the description, but of course you have the Dexter's Diner hub, which is made beautifully. I believe Playmation Shorts made this one, and you can see here the video game it's actually based off of from PlayStation 2, which they actually brought to the convention, so you can build and kind of play that as well. And then taking a break from the collab real fast, there is the Camino build. This is Jay's work in progress Camino. He is still currently working on, so he was able to bring a little bit of his current progress to the convention, which is super awesome, but he is still working on this. Again, go check out Rich Boy J. Huge fans of him over here on the EmpireLUG channel. Absolutely cranking out some madness. And as we continue here, we're going to resume the rest of the collaboration. Again, you guys can check out a more in-depth video on his channel. He actually interviews all the different types of people who are working on this, but this is pretty much all the episode 1. So of course, we have the Trade Federation ship, we have the invasion of Naboo with a tons of cool things. Behind them, we have some of the cool pod racers that may look pretty familiar to you guys as well. So there's just tons and tons of really cool stuff here, and this collaboration was so unique, and we're so happy to be able to host them here at EmpireLUG, and we hope they had a good time. Moving to us right here, my personal favorite of the collaboration by AxiDroid. If you've played the game, you'll know exactly what this is. This is obviously the level when you're fighting Darth Maul in the end. You get all the hearts and stuff representing. You got the really cool custom-made pieces to represent Qui-Gon, just like in the game. So they took accuracy to a whole nother level with this collab. I think you guys should definitely go check out that Rich Boy J video. One of my favorite collabs they've ever done. And as you continue on the right here, you got some other stuff, obviously continuing the prequels. So you do have some episode 2 versions with some custom Kaminoans, which will look really cool. You got a nice little droid factory there. And you also have Geonosis. and just tons of cool recognizable stuff. You have the playable gunships, which is super cool, and the different colors representing player 1 and 2, which is just so cool. Again, detail was such an important part of their collaboration, and I think they went above and beyond with pretty much everything here, which is always super cool to see. And then sort of rounding off the tail end of the collab here, we got some more episode 2, the fight with Dooku, a bunch of custom vehicles here. We got the Jedi Interceptors and the Hyena Bombers and all those really cool tri-droids. Palpatine / Sidious when they're going to rescue him when Count Dooku unfortunately meets his ultimate demise, and then just some really just amazing scenes. So again, guys, make sure you go check out Jay's video. He highlights everything in detail, and this collab is pretty extensive. I think you guys are going to like it. And you know, we're sort of wrapping up this part of the video with the collab. We have the Jedi Temple here, iconic scenes. You also have the episode 3 Duel on Mustafar, the Battle of the Heroes, as you go towards the right. And I actually just saw this now, the video game, The Death of Padma, which I did not see. They also have like the heads on like blocks for the kids, which is pretty cool. That's neat. It's always nice doing these videos too, because I get to finally see what everyone has built, so this is cool. So that marks the end of the collab. Now we're going to kind of get back into the regular MOCs here. We have a bunch of stuff here by Ashton, really phenomenal details here. We have Karen's dig site, which is from Jurassic, and then we also have the Liberation of Kashyyyk. Fantastic details, especially on those 2 big turrets, or 3 big turrets, I should say. So really nice foliage, really nice colors, great technical builds, absolutely love it. My personal favorites is Ashton also made a couple of different versions of the Slave 1. So we have obviously Boba Fett's, Jango Fett's, and then right next to it we have the monochrome one, which is just a straight white version, which is so cool and something you don't see too often. Getting to the right here a little more, we have a MOC by Ben F. He made a really cool Geonosis MOC. He posted this a while, so this might seem familiar. My favorite part, of course, is a little explosion right there with all the LEDs and the transparent orange pieces. It just gives it that sort of next level vibe. Then I also love the general texture of his MOC as well, using lots of different wedge plates to just give it a little more of an angle and a little more of an elevation. So Ben F did a fantastic job. Make sure you go follow him at Imperial Brick Productions on Instagram and TikTok. And as we move next, we do have a custom build again by Ben F. A couple of things here. We have an Imperial fire tank. I guess I was about to say Republic fire tank, but that wouldn't make any sense. So a custom Imperial fighter tank. I do believe he has instructions for this. So if you guys want to reach out and go build that, you definitely can. Right behind it here, we do have stuff from Solo, the Storm on Mimban, which is something I think a lot of people forget about the scene. But really cool figures, a nice display. And then right in front of it here, we have the chase on Corellia again from Solo. So that was always super fun. Nice to see some Solo involved in these displays. Next year we have Trevor building a couple of different iconic vignettes from several different movies, and I believe that's from, I want to say it's from Dune? I honestly don't know. That might be something I need to do. I know this one right here is from Interstellar. I love that movie. It's a great scene from Interstellar, and he did a great job recreating that. And I think I see John Wick in there in a couple of them. I gotta be honest, I'm not too knowledgeable about all these iconic movie scenes. But then he also did do a really cool Dark Knight trilogy build, which is just towards the back here. So, which is nice on the front, on the top, I should say. I think you have scenes from the first movie, Batman Begins. And then the second, obviously, is the interrogation from the Dark Knight. And then the bottom one is the Dark Knight Rises with his fight on the balcony against Bane, which is really, really cool. And as we move towards right here, we have some pretty cool builds by Russell. Lego Lords Workshop. He did a phenomenal job coming into our group last year, and he's just done so well. This is his ambush on Seleucami. Great details from Russell. You can kind of always expect a really, really great MOC with detail and just an attentive to lots of cool little fun details as well. So lots of cool LEDs, lots of transparent stuff, a beautiful color palette, lots of sort of warmer, neutral brown colors with a lot of bright too, which is always nice. Then he also built a strike on Bakura 4, which I'm going to be completely honest, I do not know what that is. But it looks like I see some 212th. I do see a Commander Cody in there, so this is definitely another 212th mission for all you Clone Wars fans. So let me know down below if you guys know a little more about this one for sure. And then he does have the battle on Alderaan, and this is from Legends, so I don't think we ever particularly saw this specifically, but there's some great detail. I love the assassin droids and the fight against the Phase 2, and right below it too, you could also see the different elevation in the dirt. So you have the sort of lighter nougat representing the sort of surface level, and then the darker brown right below it. Really just nice stuff like that. A couple of really cool vehicles by Sam here. Right next to it, we got some Plo Koon Jedi Starfighter and then a Republic ATRT. And then my boy Ryan Lawler built his Plan of Descent, Star Wars The Clone Wars. I'm assuming this is Umbara because there's no other planet that has that color, so that's a cool Umbara. You got the 212th fighting the 501st because that little pesky Pong Krell got them going against each other. Right next to it here, we take a break from Star Wars, and I know there's no mock car, but this is actually from the new Batman movie, I believe. This one they capture the Riddler, which is a fantastic scene, recreated so well. And then continuing our Batman theme right to the next of it, we have the Iceberg Lounge, which is again from the new Batman movie when he goes in there and pretty much tears everything up. So if you haven't seen that movie, definitely check that one out. Great details. I love the railings. I love the nightclub vibe. It kind of looks like a sort of underground Batu club from like Star Wars, which I think looks really cool. And then moving on down here, we have some amazing builds by Francis. We got Stranger Things, a scene from the brand new Volume 1 of Season 4, which is nice. Of course, this is the scene where Max sort of, gets in trouble. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but Francis also built a really nice castle, really nice detail, small vignettes. I love it. I love the armor. I love the minifigures, and it came together so well. And then he also did build a scene from the Book of Boba Fett on Disney+. Looks like a nice Tatooine building or Mos Espa building. Lots of life going on, lots of market stuff. I love the vibe of it. He did a fantastic job with that. Moving towards right here, we got Beach Bricks with his Batu mock. We also could see a mini kit on the very top of it, which looks really nice. I can see a lot of custom minifigure work in here as well. You got the old school Commander Neo there as well. So lots of cool minifigures, and the statue also looks just so cool. So cool. Alrighty, moving on to us right here. We're almost done with this tour. We got Axie Droid in his custom assault tank. This is from Rogue One. We saw it first in the streets of Jeddah, carrying its cargo. You got some hover tank pilots. And then you have an AT-OT built by Alex? I don't know how to say that, but... And then we are going to wrap up this part of the display. We're going to finish with Andrew, otherwise known as Blue Brick. Now, these are actually from a lot of his stop motions. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out, youtube.com/BlueBrick. A lot of these scenes are from what he makes, but you guys should definitely go check out those videos. You got a really nice, cool river scene with a bridge going over the middle. Some nice fall colors, got some light orange, got some dark orange as well. And then if you move towards right here, a little bit of a change in scenery. You got the Northman with a really, really nice ship, some nice, beautiful texture, especially with the shoreline, and using the transparent colors as well with all the minifigures sort of bursting off the ship and I can only assume invading somewhere. So someone's going to kind of get screwed up by that. It's going to be the Bad Batch reunion. This is something that he is still working on, so make sure you guys go follow him and he'll kind of get that going. But that pretty much wraps it up. So thank you guys for tuning in for the tour video. It was a lot this year. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it's over like 15 or so minutes of just Lego awesomeness, and this is only one of the tables here at Brickworld, so it's been a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you drop a like down below. Subscribe here to the channel. We got Brick Fair Virginia coming up in just under 4 or 5 weeks, which is kind of crazy, so make sure you guys stay tuned. But until then, guys, it's Matt from EmpireLUG signing off.